In all of my onigiri videos, I use this jarred salmon, and the question I get asked the most is how do I make this salmon? I actually don't make it. I buy it at my local Asian grocery store, but recently they've been fully sold out every time I've gone. So I thought now's the perfect time to make it together. The recipe I'm following is from Just One Cookbook. Almost 90% of my Japanese cooking videos are from recipes off of Just One Cookbook. I bought almost 4 pounds of salmon from Costco, but the recipe only calls for 1 pound. I'm gonna double and do 2 pounds. First, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 425. I don't know if this is an Asian thing. I learned this from my mom. I put all of my pots of heavy items in my oven for storage, so I have to take everything out first. Cut out my fillets and put it on a baking tray. If you know me, you know I like to freeze everything, so I'm gonna cut this up into serving sizes and freeze the rest. I'm gonna lightly salt it and set it aside for 15 minutes while the oven preheats. Now I'm gonna bake it for 10 minutes. The salmon is baking, so I'm gonna prep the seasonings. You're gonna do 2 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of sake, and then about 5 to 6 tablespoons of shoyu. Salmon is ready. Now that it's baked, I'm just gonna shred it or pull it apart with some chopsticks, like so. Now I'm gonna heat a pan to medium-high heat. Now that the pan is hot, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil and then add the salmon. Now I'm gonna add the sake and the mirin. And then she says to let the alcohol cook off completely. Once it's all cooked off, I'm gonna add the shoyu. And then I'm gonna cook it until that's completely cooked off as well. It looks pretty good so far. Now I'm gonna transfer it to a baking sheet and let it sit out until it's completely cool. Can I do a little taste test? Oh my gosh, that tastes so similar. I'm gonna microwave some rice and have some for dinner. Okay, it's completely cooled, and of course I've kept all of my jars, so I'm gonna fill them all up. I just finished jarring them up and I made 8 full jars. They're normally $4 per jar when you buy them at the store. And I think this cost me about less than $18. 18 divided by 8 is $2.25. So I definitely recommend making these at home. If you want the full ingredients list, I posted the recipe on my Instagram story.